What do you think separates those that succeed in business from those that fail?
One of the practices that will help anybody in any given field. This is a subject I've handled in many places. That's what we call the practice of, skill and ability intoxicate. Anybody that has skill, anybody that has ability is looking for a place to...
How many branches do you have now currently in Lagos?
In Lagos now, we have up to 8 branches.
What about other states? Is it only in Lagos that you have your business situated?
We have in Benin, we have in Owerri, we have in Onitsha.
Like currently now, what is your staff capacity?
Yeah, more than 100.
You said you got settled with like 200,000. Obviously now you have made multi-billions in this business so far since you have been doing it. Now what do you think is the average sale you make in this business in a one day?
Well,
how do you resolve matters in business or issues or conflict with clients?
For example,
what's the secret to expansion in business?
Well, it's all about...
Does it mean poverty is destiny, or there are people that are destined to break away from poverty no matter what?
What we call poverty is not poverty. A lot of people that think they are poor, they are not poor.
How do you mean?
Poverty is, in life, as you move, there's what we call plus and minus. You must know people you do away with. You must know people to approach. It's very, very important. Study courses that are marketable. Don't carry certificate around. Makes no money.
Now, do you think if somebody wants to start any business, do you think what is more important is what the person knows or who you know?
What you know matters, because the truth remains.
What's the biggest mistake you've made in business?
I like taking risks. That's what we call...
Right now, we are at the heart of Alaba International Market, the Silicon Valley of Africa, one of the biggest business hubs in Africa, if not the biggest. And in this market, billions change hands every day. And behind those billions are raw entrepreneurs who built their wealth from scratch. Today, we're here to go get the nitty-gritty and how they were able to achieve their success from scratch. And this is Selahmeditate SBC series. If this is your first time on coming to the channel, like this video, subscribe, and turn on the post notification. We'll do our best to get you high quality content that's going to inspire you, teach you, and help you to succeed in your own sphere of influence. So come with me and let's go and get them. What line of business are you?
Yeah, we're into electrical, we're into solar. But in electrical, we're a bit vast. Electrical varies. In electrical, you have cable, you have accessories, you have the boards, and other aspects of electrical.
How long have you been in this business?
Yeah, it was something years now.
How did you come to Alaba? Do you do apprenticeship or you just learn into the business straight?
I didn't start my apprenticeship in electrical. I was with my late senior brother from 1983, and I was settled in 1998. That means 15 years.
Wow.
Of apprenticeship.
What apprenticeship do you do with your brother since it's not electrical you started with?
Yeah, we started with motor parts at Nkwanewi. From that place to Benin in provision wholesale. Then from Benin to Lagos.
So why did you now switch from the spare part that you did apprenticeship for into electrical and solar?
I started apprenticeship from motor parts down with him, still down to Benin for provision. Then from Benin we came to Lagos. So it was continuation, looking for a better, greener passion.
You said it's parts that you guys started that you did apprenticeship with.
That's what I explained.
Like spare parts now, like motor spare parts, right?
Motor spare parts. Yeah. Then he switched over to provision.
Then he's the same person that switched over?
Yeah, I was with him.
To this electrical?
Yeah, from there to electrical.
So, and you did apprenticeship all the way when you were switching over, you were with him all those
Yeah, all through.
15 years?
Yeah, 15 years.
Normally, we usually hear the apprenticeship is 6, 7 years or 8 years.
Well, mine can be said to be a bit different because along the line, somehow, I'm part of the business.
So how old were you when you started that business with him, when you joined him in the apprenticeship?
Between 11 years.
Was he settled you around 26?
Yeah, at the age of 26.
So that means you started your business officially what year?
1998.
How much did he settle you with when you started?
200,000. Early 98.
Now, how many branches do you have now currently in Lagos?
In Lagos now, we have up to 8 branches.
What about other states? Is it only in Lagos that you have your business situated?
We have in Benin, we have in Owerri, we have in Onitsha.
What's the secret to expansion in business?
Well, it's all about vision. From time to time, team varies. You discover that entering in a time that you need to get close to people, other both end users and also wholesalers. Because once you are close to them, it makes the business to be more easy. Because somebody can easily rush in, get the materials he's looking for, and waiting a period of purchase, process of way bill. At times, it takes time. I remember there was a time in Ogun State, there's a particular project the president's supposed to commission. It was under 24 hours. You have to make the supply. They have to work all through the night to meet up. If something like Abuja, that they need to transport the goods, they might not be able to meet up. So that's one of the idea get close to the people. Yeah.
Now, you started with one shop, I believe so, when you started.
Just a half shop.
Half shop.
Yeah.
And that was it in Lagos, yeah?
Yeah. In this Alaba.
In this same Alaba.
Yeah.
So what did you do differently that was able to help you to succeed from 1998 up to this point? And 1998 to this point in time is like 27 years to this point. What did you do differently that helped you to succeed this fast?
I didn't do anything so special. I believe it is God, because the truth remains that at the moment of my settlement, that was equally the moment my conversion took place, the same time. So getting close to God helps me a lot to shaping my life, live life of contentment. Even before then, people trust me a lot once it comes to business. But now, get close to God helped me a lot to actually practice contentment and being straightforward and truthful in dealing with people, being faithful. You know, I say to people, you can claim to be obedient, yet you're not faithful. What does it mean to be faithful? According to agreement. Keep to the agreement. Because somebody can say that it's obedient, you're obedient, maybe you are owing somebody, let's say 1,000 that you're supposed to pay. Then you can pay 500. You are not faithful. Being straightforward, being faithful is a key. The more you keep to it, the more people trust you, both local and international. The rest will become history.
Now, based on experience for you, there are many people that will see they'll be in business and they will fail. What do you think separates those that succeed in business from those that fail?
Well, it has a lot in business. One of the practices that will help anybody in any given field. This is a subject I've handled in many places. That's what we call the practice of leftover after your expenditure, irrespective of your income. Because you want to develop your business, it is when your money is increasing, when your capital is increasing, be able to invest back into the business, whichever capacity you want to expand the business. It demands money. And that's what we call building a business from the proceeds of the business, not relying from any other source. You can't make money outside nurturing money. And one of the fundamental key you must, it can be alternate, is that leftover.
When you say leftover, what do you mean? Break it down better.
When I say leftover, for example, in a month, let's say you make income of 100,000. After your expenditure, you make sure that's leftover as you know, from that your profit, no matter the measure. Make sure that's leftover. If there's no leftover, you're not growing. So if there are needs to upgrade your business, where will the money come from? In any capacity, anything at all you want to, that your business needs to be enhanced. Whatsoever to register the business, to get your brand, you know, to be in the internet. All these things require money. Where will it come from? So it's not enough to talk about to grow the business. Everyone wants to grow his or her business or firm, but how? Just practice leftover. Make sure that's leftover at the end of every month, at the end of your income, either it come monthly, yearly, whichever quarter. Just keep on practicing this. Allow time with your vision and base also the capacity that God has ordained for you.
How do you know then the capacity that God destined for you?
Where I am today was revealed to me more than 20-something years ago. Very clear.
By dream, or a prophet told you, or how?
No prophet told me, it was personal with God.
That you get to this level today?
Yes.
Was there a process that was also revealed to you that you should follow that will bring you to this level?
The process is what I've just explained to you. Practice of leftover, investing back in the business. Like this place now didn't just fall from heaven. You work for it, you get it, you acquire it, develop it. You keep on expanding the business as God, you know, give you the privilege and opportunity. I said to people, one of the easiest way to crash is wrong investment. So when you don't invest in the business, what do you do with your money? What do you do with your income? It might not be far that it goes in liability. And you know liability doesn't bring money. What brings money is what? Investment.
Personally, for you, what are the biggest challenges you face in this business so far?
Well, I say to people, challenges are normal. The truth remains that anybody who is not ready to face challenges should forget about it. It will continue to come in various ways. This is business. You have the competitors, people who compete with you, both local and foreigners. It will continue. It has been like that. You know, in life, as you move, there's what we call plus and minus. You must know people you do away with. You must know people to approach. It's very, very important. Both people you deal with, both people you bring in as staff, as apprentice. You must know people you let go, you know people that you let in, because that's what we call right partners. You have to be careful, people you work with.
So how do you select the right kind of people that you work with, or the right kind of people that you follow or you do business with?
I believe that I have the Spirit of God in me that is leading me. Even in my human limitation, I can't say I will get it 100%, but this practice has been of help I can't say that all the people we are working with, all of them are 100% okay, but majority of them are trying.
Now, you have different branches in many parts of the country and also many states in Nigeria currently. What do you think is the secret to huge expansion, or what should someone know at a point before you know that you are ready to expand to another outlet?
Anybody who is into business or whatsoever you do to earn a living, even school, you see, number is a key. Nigeria have the population. So the population is not only in the city where you are. You have different cities, different states. And I believe that everybody know that what you are dealing on now, that other states equally need it. That is enough to prompt that move. If what I'm dealing on here, that people still need it in other cities, in other states, how do we get to them? That will bring about expansion. Apart from that, there's what we call also agents or marketers, people that will stick to market your products. You know, like in Nigeria now, you have there's some firms, there's some companies, that's what we call franchise. These are people that travel outside and get rights of franchise. They still carry the name of those companies, but it's a kind of partner. Whichever way it works for you, just give it a trial. I say that in such, it's not what you do with your total capital. You have to work for it and corner out a capital for that. In case, if it fails, it will not affect your main business.
What's your marketing strategy of consistently generating sales always in your business?
That's what we call relationship. Try to establish a relationship. Try to give people hope that we can work together, we can grow here. And by God's grace, we have proved it beyond reasonable doubt. God has used this company to raise people in different cities who are champions from nothing. So anybody can do that. Many people have done it. People can still do it. At times, even today, I take time to call some customers. At times, you don't just discuss our business. We ask them about their welfare. But there are times you see some people who just call money. I tell people, if life is just about money and business, then life is not worth living. When people say that you have interest in their welfare, their well-being, outside business, they will depend on you. You can see some people even discussing their, confidential matter with you, because they have seen your kind of person, that you're not just after business, after money. Then, when such a thing is established, why would the person not depend on you? If somebody can share confidential matters with you, then what is business? And always try to be considerate. In working with people, at times issues come in. Try as much as you can and make sure that matters are resolved peacefully, amicably for continuity.
So how do you resolve matters in business or issues or conflict with clients?
For example, at times you might have some customers that maybe along the line they might have challenge, those who are genuine. Based on your capacity, you can decide to still give the person a second chance. Because in life, nobody is indispensable not to counter failure.
Give an example of a behavior that you may now want to decide to give the person a second chance.
Business of these days, the aspect of credit facility looks too impossible. So at times, as people access credit from you, that is how they also give out to some other person. Maybe they are not able to recover the money to those who are sincere. We are not just talking about people, because of all this competition, people equally gather credit access and just squander the money. Maybe put it into liability, or maybe try to be smart and everything will just hook up. The money will tie down. It becomes a problem. But what I'm saying now, anyone that is genuine, the money was not squandered. How do you know? If someone is owing you and the person is still coming close, explaining things to you, not distance himself or herself. You are not receiving information that this person now has run to another company. You must see some element of proof or evidence. You can still give the person a try. Knows God might from there and still re-establish the individual, the person.
Now, you started with, you said you started with like 200,000, right? When you started. Now, obviously now you have made multi-billions in this business so far since you have been doing it. Now, what do you think is the average sale you make in this business in a one day?
Well, I didn't tell you multi-billionaire. We're just doing business. I can't even tell you the capacity of this company now. All I know that we're into business, and all I know that by God's grace, God is helping us.
Yes, or combined averagely a day, like.
No, I cannot estimate.
2 billion, 5 billion a day.
No, I can't estimate.
Just for others to encourage to know how profitable the line of business is.
No, I can't estimate.
Do you think it's very profitable?
If we get our daily bread, what else are we looking for? We're looking at this company. I have not explained to you. Do you know that I've been in this Alaba? I will spend 100 Naira 2 days. I will spend 100 Naira 2 days. Self change of 20 Naira.
Wow.
in this same Alaba. So I didn't just find myself where I am today. It was a process, just a process.
Did you go to school?
Yeah, I ended in primary school.
Primary school. Yeah. And you're able to speak like this?
Well, I don't know the way I'm speaking.
At least someone that finished only primary school, you're able to put your English together. That's quite impressive.
I don't know the way I'm speaking.
Did you further your education within school or nothing?
No.
So now if someone is thinking to go into business or to go to school to further their education, what would you advise?
Well, as I speak now, my 2 children will be graduating this month. And I know that in our own little capacity, we have also assist some individuals. I handle seminars, I handle workshops on finance and other matters of life. What I personally advocate for parents and children, study courses that are marketable. Don't carry certificate around. Makes no meaning. Don't just rush you have got an admission. The admission, is it in line of area you endow? There's no need to be in a hurry when you're on the wrong path. It's better you get it right. I will just give one example. I know one of my sister, she was doing nursing. Almost 3 years, we discovered that the kind of nursing she was studying, she can't practice. It was one-on-one discussion. And thank God she made up her mind and give up 3 years and start afresh. She give up 3 years. But some other person will say that I've gone too far. Let me complete it and see the outcome. As I talk to you now, she's already graduate and she's practicing nursing. If not for anything, she can take care of herself. As I say to people, if you can't do anything, take care of yourself. Either as single or married. Once you can pay your bills, then you're not a problem, you're not a liability to anybody. So that is my advice. 1, 2, if you have the capacity, you have the money, because school is investment. So any parents, if they don't have the money, there are things to do. If it didn't happen now, it can still happen tomorrow. Like I say to people, America, China, UK, Canada, will it be safe that all their citizens are graduates? Let's get made define this. Why are we killing ourselves? Do people actually know that you can study anything, become a professor, yet you don't know how to make money? That's what we call financial education. Study anything, if you don't know about finance, forget about it. You will die of hunger. That's why some things doesn't work out, because you don't have the right people. You don't have the skill. You don't have the skill. You can't have the skill without proving it. It's impossible. You know, skill and ability intoxicate. Anybody that has skill, anybody that has ability is looking for a place to display it. When people are in positions and things are not working, it's a pure evidence. It is not in that person. The person can only claim it on paper, claim it on presentation, but you can't prove it on practical terms. It is impossible. I know of a young man years back, he was riding on Okada. As I'm talking to you today, he's a millionaire. He was the person that roofed this place. He was even the person that roofed the place I'm living in my estate. He didn't end there. From there, he graduated into something more, because he knows how to nurture money.
Now, if somebody is thinking of this line of business that you are into now, the person wants to come into the line of business, what would be your top advice for that person?
The person should go process of learning. If the person doesn't know about the business, the person should take time and learn. The person should take time and learn. If you're a Christian, try and pray. I believe God didn't make mistake in creating anybody.
Now, do you think if somebody wants to start any business, do you think what is more important is what the person knows or who you know?
What you know matters, because the truth remains. If you have solution to people's problem, they will look for you. You might know people. If you know people with just skill, will surely crash. It's a question of time, because there's what we call when power change hands. Then if power didn't change, what of if the person is still more tomorrow? But if you have the skill is what you carry anywhere you go in the world. Having the skill matters first before knowing anybody. No people without skill, too dangerous.
Now, personally for you now, you said you're into cable and also into solar. That is diversification. What do you think is the secret of diversifying in a business? Because some people will advise that you should not diversify your business and all of that. What's the secret?
In our type of business, if I didn't explain to you, all we do here is in shame. It's not that we are not into other things outside what we are doing here, but my advice to anybody who wants to diversify, make sure that what you know, what you are deep, what you have the knowledge, is well established before you try to diversify. Make sure what you know that is giving you money is well established. Don't crash what is working to what you want to try. You see the language, let me go and try. Let me go and try. So some people are not wise enough. You look down on something that is producing money to what you want to go and try. And to try might not work. That is the reason everybody's supposed to learn.
What's the biggest mistake you've made in business?
I like taking risk, but there's what to call not blind risk. Taking risk, like I've explained, you take risk of what you can easily bear if anything happens. Risk is not something dubious. Risk is something genuine. Life, people have to imitate. People have to compete. But some other people have to initiate before other people will queue in.
What's the biggest risk you have taken in business that paid off for you?
Well, it's not something we were going to be mentioning one after the other. Okay, almost everything you see here is not something we started with. So if it didn't work, we can uphold it and continue. So anyone that worked, we uphold it and continue. Anyone that didn't work, we know how to either to improve or let go.
Have you had any major loss since you started your business, and what could it be?
Major loss we have was in 2008. Where we made mistake in international transfer that cost almost 50% of our total capital.
That was like how much?
I will not mention, but I've told you about 50% of our total capital that year.
Is it huge? That is so that people can be able to know the magnitude of that.
Do you know what it means for a company to lose 50% of their capital? So our capacity at that time, do you know what it means? Even if your capital is 100,000, 1 million, and you lose 50%. So any amount is your capital, you lose 50%. It's not a childish issue.
What happened?
It was international transfer that the money went into a wrong account, and we tried, we couldn't recover the money. So we have to let go.
Wow.
We are still alive today.
How did you bounce back from it?
We have to continue with the leftover and believe that God will enable us to come that height. If we are still alive, God is still alive. The Bible said the latter will be greater than the former.
Now, there are many people that have been in this business that will within a period of time, they will not succeed or they will fail. What do you think separates those that succeed at the highest level and those that remain average in this business?
Capacity matters a lot. Capacity matters a lot. But you know, in our human quantification or assessment, you can look at somebody that the person fell. I don't know what God destined for the person. But I equally know that some people that fell, you know, I talk about wrong investments. Like in this locality today, you talk about something like shop. If you check 10 years, 20 years ago, it has gone up. And the truth remains that those years or those times, some people then have money to buy even up to 10 shops, 10 plots, but maybe to them, it doesn't matter. And today, you look at how these things have gone up. I talk about expanding your business. Some people could not expand their business. It's not that they don't have the money. Maybe as money was coming, the person went to the village, start building a house. These things are liability.
Building house is a liability?
Yes.
Wow, why do you say so?
Where you have not built your capital. You know, some people look at building a house, driving the latest car or any car as someone who's, you are not rich. Anybody who try to quantify you by your house, your car, is making a big miscalculation in financial matters. You are rich by the source of your income. You are rich by your investment. You are not rich by, because these things are taking money from you. They are not bringing money. So you are not rich by it. Except if these things are located in cities that it can be sold out and recover much money.
So at what point will somebody get to before you start buying cars, before you start buying houses, building houses and all of that? At what point will you know you are ready to start doing all of that?
You know, there's something quite different than when you are buying a car to enhance what you do to earn a living. Than when you are buying a car for pleasure. Get it clear. Building a capital or building your business, you have to build your business to the capacity that when it comes to expenditure, you can spend easily. It's not something to struggle. Because anytime you struggle to do anything, you are trying to starve that business.
When you struggle to do something, it means you are starving your business.
You are starving that business.
How do you know you are struggling to do something? If I have 100,000 and I want to buy something, let's say the thing is 90,000, does it mean I'm struggling to do it?
The person is about to die. Life goes on with money, whether we like it or not.
There are some people who will say you need to enhance your life and let's say put it out there. It is how people see you, how you present yourself that people take you. Let's say you don't have a car and maybe you need the car to enhance the way your perception of how people perceive you and maybe give you more money. Do you think that's a good idea?
That is what I explained. Except if the car will enhance what you do for a living to bring money. Because you have to invest in what you do to earn a living. Except if what you do to earn a living needs car to enhance it. So it's not what people say about you. If you prove yourself, they must believe. And one of the worst things that will happen to anybody is when people estimate you above your capacity. Too dangerous. That's why I say to people, this era of creating platform, people contribute money for befitting burial.
Yes.
I say you're creating problem for yourself. Because if not for anything, your family members, your kindred people, we saw the kind of burial you give to your loved one. Then tomorrow they'll bring problem to you. Will you claim you don't have? Why this kind of barrier? Why after having befitting barrier, will you come now and be telling these people to come and help you for business? So it's not issue of trying to please people. It's issue of proving, not pleasing. If you have it, you have it.
You can do it effortlessly.
You can work. You work to prove it. You don't need to talk about it. You don't need to announce it. These things will speak for their own. People will see. They don't have any option but to believe.
Now, anyone that is in business now, apart from all what you've shared so far, what are the other top financial advice that you can give that person to help the person to scale in business?
One, as you are bringing people in based on your capacity, give them sense of belonging. For example, you want to bring people to come and serve, you want to bring people in as a staff, prove beyond reasonable doubt that destiny is tied here. Prove to them, prove it, not just in words, that destiny is here. Prove it. Because the more you get people that is committed, you can't build firm or business alone. It's always a teamwork. But at times you see a lot of people, they end up starving people building their business. And by the time somebody has stayed with you for 2-3 years, the truth remains, if the person is committed, the person has acquired some element of skills and experience that's supposed to be a plus. So if you allow the person to go, it's a minus. That means if another person is coming, you start afresh. But some people doesn't have all this knowledge. So try and do this. Other things will fall in place.
How do you do it more better? Explain it. Because you say you need to prove to them and all of that. How do you do it?
One, they have to consider their salary, pay them something that can take them home, at least to some level. At times you complain about federal government minimum wage. Also, private sectors also are they not involved. So what government could not do, let's prove it in your own capacity. So at times I'll ask, all this money people try to acquire park for what? One day you close your eyes, off you go. You can't go with anyone. So those people who on daily basis are part of the labor, pay them well. Other things you can assist, do it for them. Because if you have people that is fighting to build your business, it's a big plus than you gather people that will scatter the business. Some companies or some firms fail because people came and instead of together, they scatter. But if you have people that comes to build, some of the battle, some of the fight, they are the one fighting it on your behalf now.
Then at what point do you let someone go?
Any matter that is obvious. Every company have rules and regulations. Matter that are obvious. One. Then two, in this company, we tell people if in the process you find something more profitable than what you're earning here, then that is our prayer. We also support people. People have been in this company and they want to start something. We give them support. And some of them are doing well. On such points, we are free to go. We don't hold people banned here.
And what are the obvious? Because you say when you do something rules and regulation that is obvious.
The rules and regulations like stealing is not something we can do because the danger aspect of it is it can also influence others. So that's the aspect that is obvious. And if you are not respectful, you don't respect other staff, you are saucy, you are insulting, you are not a team player. Because we do more of teamwork. So it's supposed to be a source of encouragement to others. So if you are discouraging others, what's the essence of joining the company?
How many have you trained since you started?
I can't be able to number them, but I know there are many. Apart from those settled, there are people in different places, even though they serve other people. After some, we also retrain them.
Like currently now, what's your staff capacity?
There are more than 100.
So how do you manage all of them together? All these 100 staffs?
If people are done with the banks are managing thousands,
yes.
So why can't you manage 100 staffs? There are different departments here. There are other people also who are in management capacity also. It's not one man affair. It's a teamwork.
How do you source your products and your goods? Do you import them yourself or you just buy from maybe international communities or you travel?
We have local production, we also import.
So what's your last advice to anybody that is watching you now that just feels he wants to go into any line of business? What would be your final advice for them?
Well, my final advice is don't give in to anything evil. It doesn't pay. In all aspects, try as much as you can. Avoid anything evil. No, there's nothing like shortcuts. Anything shortcuts can shut your life without notice. It might look palatable initially, but you will surely pay for it. Any group or anybody try to rope you into fast lane, say no to it. Try as much as you can. There's always a appointed time. No matter our human effort and labor, whether we like it or not, there's always a appointed time. Once you know you are doing the needful, wait for the appointed time. And maybe some who are aged already. I said to people in seminars and workshops, whether I like it or not, there are people that will not enjoy mega prosperity or mega riches except through their children or children's children. It has been time immemorial and it will continue until the world will come to an end, whether anybody like it or not.
If you say it like, does it mean poverty is destiny or there are people that are destined to break away from poverty no matter what?
What we call poverty is not poverty. A lot of people that think they are poor, they are not poor.
How do you mean?
What is poverty?
Lacking financial capability to do what you want to do.
Poverty is when you don't meet basic needs of life. But there are people who is riding on car today, as in they say they are poor.
Driving their car.
Some people are riding car, they say they are poor. Someone is driving even bike. You say it's poor. It's not poor. Once you can live in one room, you pay. You are not poor. These are the problem we are creating. You know that as of 2001, 2002, I was squatting in somebody's one room with joy and excitement. You know that after my wedding, I trek with my leg and go home with my wedding suit. But these are some of the situations people find themselves. They say they're poor because you want to compete with somebody. You want to train your children in university, but you don't have the capacity. I told you now by next month, my 2 children are graduating. I didn't go to secondary school. So what I could not achieve, if my children achieve it, it must not be me. So that's why I said some things will happen with time.
So how then do you describe a poor man if all these things you're saying are not poverty?
Yes, what I say that is poverty is when you cannot afford what to eat, when you cannot afford basic need of life. That is when you're poor. That's what the Bible says, give us our daily bread. Once you can meet essential basic need of life, you are not poor. You can only say you are not rich. You are not yet rich. But as for poor, you are not poor. Yeah, people will doubt it, but that is the truth.
Yes, someone can be able to manage his life and just eat. Let's say someone be able to manage 1,000 naira to eat morning, afternoon, and night. The person may want to eat maybe in a 5-star restaurant. The person is just managing to eat mama put.
That is what we call want. Live according to your level.
And that means that is poor. The person is poor.
The person is not poor. Do things according to your level. Allow time. Tomorrow got to be better. Don't kill yourself.
So when they say Nigeria has poverty capital with poor people all around, is that false claim?
Well, to some extent, it's not 100%. You can even see people in village who want to live like people in town. How do we get to that? Somebody's in village. That's what we call village life. But the person wants to live like people in town. Most of these things are artificial problems. Like in this business now, after my settlement, I've been in business for 27 years, going to 28. Somebody is settled today, he wants to become richer than every other person. How do we get to here?
But people are poor in the country. You are saying people are not poor. Does it mean?
I'm not saying 100%. Get me clear so that you don't misquote me. So that people will not view and say, where is this man coming from? For example, now, you have your children, you don't have money to train them in university.
Yes.
Will you kill yourself?
But can that person be described that he's poor, could not take care of his children to university?
There are other things you can do. I myself, did I go to secondary school? Let's just say university. Have I died? You're a journalist. Go and make inquiry. Go. Make inquiry about China. Make inquiry about United States. Make inquiry of UK. Do you know there are some of these countries that even have more Nigeria's university than the citizens? Go and check now. We're in a global world. Go and make your funders. Go and check some of these countries. After secondary school, people have started working. That's why they learn more skills. In Nigeria, many people, apart from the issue of handspring and what have you, before handspring came up, how many people goes to farm? How many goes to farm? Yeah, these are daily produce, what people deal on every day. Do you know that major things we use every day is from farm? Are you aware? Both things we import outside. Where do they get the raw materials? Is it not from farm? But Nigerians are running away from these things.
So if I get you correctly, based on your definition of poverty, if someone has 500 naira and the person is able to manage food of 200 naira in the morning, 200 naira in the afternoon, and 100 naira in the night, the person is not poor.
Now, this person that has 500 naira, what do the person have inside? You are looking at poverty on cash at hand. What do you have inside you that you can produce? Are you ready to work for money? Are you ready to do anything that is legitimate? I told you that somebody was driving bike and today is some money. In this company now, as I'm talking to you, this company has trained more than 5, 7, 8, 10 people who is already married, who has done business. It didn't work. Do you know they came to this company and served as apprentice? What you call boy. Do you know? They humble themselves. And today, things are far, far better than as it was. How many will do that? How many will humble themselves and do that? So, if they have actually stick to where they were, then maybe by now the person will relocate to the village. The person will be complaining. Opportunity abound. So, if you have 500 naira, okay, manage it, then look for something to do.
I mean, you're saying the government are not the reason why people are poor.
Well, government is contributing, but I say to people, if government fail, don't fail. Because if government fail, it become tragedy. For example, okay, the road, it is government to fix the road. You now who is riding your bike or your keke or your car, instead of you to apply your wisdom to navigate the bad road, you just be driving carelessly. Then you're the one that will pay. So if the government crush the economy, don't allow your own economy to crash. If other people have navigated, also you navigate your way. As you are waiting for government to do the needful in your own way first. So that's my message.
See, if you're 25 today and you want to start all over again, what will be your first move?
If I'm 25 today, one of the things I would do is, if I'm married, just to have 2 or 3 children. 2 or 3, okay for me. from experience I've had all these years, 2 or 3 children. Even as we are talking about poverty, there's a lot of people that their poverty is traceable, try to raise up children. So there are some other mistakes I will also try to avoid. But you know that all these things, experience, there's no market to buy experience. You have to go through to gather experience.
So it means that if you're 25, you're married first of all.
I got married at the age of 30. And if I know what I know now, apart from other things, as per childbearing, 2 or 3 is okay for me.
Where I'm trying to bring it from, like if you're 25 today, is when it comes to business-wise, what would be your first move?
No, from this experience and then I will not make the same mistake.
Okay.
But like I say, you have to go through process to get experience.
Do you have any regrets in life?
No, I have nothing to regret. Nothing to regret. If there's anything to regret, it's something that you have to manage. These things are part of life. You can say maybe some people that you want to be good to them turning against you. You know, but they're part of life. You have to manage it. These ups and downs will still continue until God decides to call anybody home.
What's the general mindset to success in life?
Success is all about fulfillment and contentment. Once you are contented with the level where you are, to me, that is success. Because once you're a greedy person, forget about it. You are gone.
How do you do a greedy person? Everybody wants more. Even Dangote still wants more. Elon Musk still works for more. So how do you describe that as greediness?
Somebody can be working to move to the next level. Because contentment does not stop you not to grow. Contentment with joy. There's something different from joy and anxiety. Greed. You see, the practice of greed is do or die affair. You're ready to kill, you're ready to suppress people. There's nothing the person cannot do. So you can't compare it with contentment and hoping and praying to God to bring you to the next level. You know, at times people will come and complain. I say, please, if things didn't work today, from the profits of yesterday, take care of today. Very simple. Where are we running to? Has anybody died and carry anything out of the world? Everything will still end here.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. What's the name?
Cyril Ozoma Oyego.
What's the business name?
See Divine Answer Group of Companies.
Any other final word you may want to say that I didn't ask?
Well, I pray for everybody for God's blessing, God's grace to be close to God and continue to love humanity. And let's continue to assist as much as we can. Make wherever we find ourselves a better world to live, because we don't know tomorrow.
Thank you so much, sir. We have heard from this entrepreneur on how he was able to build his wealth. If you value what we do here, take a moment to hit the subscribe button, like this video, share it with those who this is going to inspire. I remain your very host, Benzik, and this is SBC series. Thanks once again for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Cheers.